Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizky Putra Pratomo. I will explain again about the novel that I read before, entitled The Jacatra Secret. Okay. The Jacatra Secret, written by Rizky can be considered as historical novels because of the narrative content in it elevates its historical circumstances, starting with the setting in 1762. The narrative contained in the Jacatra Secret raises discourse of Freemasonry in Indonesia. Freedmen salaries are known in the international world under the name Freemasonry in an organization, secular community, fraternity, which has been developed of spirit throughout the world, begin during the Enlightenment in Europe. Freemasonry is assumed to go into Indonesia during the Dutch East Indies era and founded their first lodge in 1764 and had average members were wealthy businessmen or people who had important position in Dutch colonial rule as well. There are narrative for the Prairie Group. On in 1837 in Batavia, the Loge de Ster Inn was founded at Austin, or East Star Lodge. The lodge had a major influence of development Batavia city because it has a long life compared to other lodge ever is in Batavia. According to Stephens, one explain of the lodge famous in Indonesia named Aduk Stad, now occupied by Bapenas. Freemasonry discourse this was raised in the Jacatra Secret. It can be said as something new in literature Indonesia. I assume this is because of some of the writers ever writing Indonesian history through his work only in the general area, or so to speak, that Indonesian history is written in his work can also be known through history books in schools or college. Besides that, later, regardless of the development of world literature, in the development of world literature is rife in discussion medieval history, such as the work of Dan Brown. Until the Da Vinci Code, tells of contemporary adventures that are links of Ming's the past. Ridiasmara then followed the trend world literature that developed at that time with imitate narrative pattern as they are in the Da Vinci Code. Freemasonry to be one interesting phenomenon because it is really discussed openly, and because of its confidential nature, Freemasonry is hard to touch. However, one colonial time, the existence of Freemasonry openly present in Indonesia, the establishment of several lodges in various regions, which is a marker of the existence of Freemasonry. Some circle remains confident of the existence of this Freemasonry. Therefore, this research becomes interesting because of the Freemasonry discourse contained in the Jacatra Secret is an issue that rarely discussed. The extent Existence of the Freemasonry in Indonesia shows that in the Jakarta secret cannot be separate from the reciprocal relationship between humans and civilizations. Text reflects pattern of reciprocal relationship between humans and civilizations that formed it. There is a relationship between regularly world with the realities that occur in society. So the Jakarta secret requires a study involving the relationship between literally words with the reality raised in the novel. By understanding the Jakarta secrets in relation to really social that can be checked through text. Otherwise, it can be assumed that the reader will rediscover historical circumstance described in the work. As Brannigan work text literature is a material product of conditional historically certain. A text, whether literary or history, is the result of the author's interpretation, which cannot be separated from condition historical. In general, the Jacatra secret tell the story regarding the existence of Freemasonry in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta. The Jakarta secret provides information that Jakarta as the center of the capital in colonial times Mason city. The opinion that Jakarta is a Mason city can be seen at the beginning novel. The narrator has introduced to readers of Freemasonry. This, for example, can be found through the mention of several related terms Freemasonry like the secret concile, the separate pyramids, the most Lucifers, the builders, floor, the secrets, and sister in brotherhood, which can be found in the section's novel prologue. Then, the mention of the term Freemasonry is also contained in some chapter and in some chapters in the novel. For example, in chapters 1 is the term head of Mason. In the chapter 2, Conspiratus Society, Illuminati, Masonic symbol in Jakarta City, Mother of Earth. Hexagram, chapter 3, the Skull and Bone symbol, the Illuminatrix, chapter 5, the Mafia Berkeley, symbol number 13. Keystones, chapter 6, Lucifer, Novus Ordo Seclorum, chapter 7, and Hathor. Chapter 8, the Beast, the State of Hermes. Chapter 9, the Arts symbol, the Secrets, Geometry, and so in the chapter next. Some Freemasonry term used by narration in narrating, then associated with several discourse in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta. Among them are the discourse of colonialism and development. The two discourses are always dominant parts in the narrative, although there are also other discourses that appear in narration. In the Jakarta Secret, there are several mentions of associated buildings with Freemasonry. One of them is the National Monument, or the usual referred to as the Monas Monument. In interpreting the Monas Monument, the Jakarta Secret identifies the monastery building through the structure from which are they associated with other forms that resemble the monastery building. Grain-Agar noted he had this city is better known as Monument National or Monas. This is a new building, is not is building by the VOC, even though has a closely symbolic meaning with him. Its meaning is similar to the Washington Monument, more or less. Okay, wait. Okay. But new inaugurated the following 7 years. Eiffel Tower, the city's iconic steel Paulus Paris, is the inspiration for Monas. The novel Jakarta Secrets represents the exciting discourse of Freemasonry developing in Indonesia as the view of the new historicists that literary text as a material product of historical conditions certain. As a written text is the result of the author's interpretations which cannot be separated from its historical conditions surrounds it. In conjunction between the author with his community as part of the culture that encompasses both of them intertwined with each other. So that on the text narrative that describes history colonialism in Indonesia leads to perspective Freemasonry. This historical depictions in then shown through in the discourse of development. One more thing that attracts the writer is social critical, which is quite felt. Among them, tales about the Berkeley Mafia. What is the Berkeley Mafia? The Berkeley Mafia is a group of Indonesian economic policy makers who have been systematically primed by foreign power for 10 years before coming to power, which is part of the Cold War strategy in dealing with progressive and revolutionary force in Asia. It is said to be the Berkeley Mafia because most of the first generation are graduates of the special program at the University of Berkeley, California, United States. The Berkeley Mafia group is said to have links with Freemasons who aspire to New World Order. However, in Indonesia itself, this New World Order is nothing more than a new style of colonialism which is familiarly referred to as neoliberalism. It can be said that the term neoliberalism is an economic concept and political philosophy initiated by Friedrich von Hayek, who wanted liberalism to be revived after being replaced by Keynesian economic concept after the economic crisis of 1913. Individual freedom can run completely without government intervention. That's it for me.